So we're gonna go do the ducks, get duck eggs. Waiting on Kaylee back there with the chicken feed. We need to do a chicken count. We got hit the other day. The fox or coyote got 3 chickens, we think. Today we're going to put up the perimeter around the garden. Got finished cutting the PVC pipes and drilling holes and whatnot. Should be a fun day. So as you can see, I made 38 of these pieces. Very tedious work. I hope it pays off. I hope it keeps the cats out of the garden. We will see. The installation of these to the stakes is very simple. We should knock that out pretty quick. We still have to put in the rest of the stakes. This is going to have to come down while we put up the new perimeter. The salvage tarp should be okay. The ducks or the chickens shouldn't do really any damage to it, even though there is a small tear due to high winds. Now these are 6-foot stakes. I measure from the top down 54 inches, and I mark it so that way all my stakes are level. Here is the 45-degree angle PVC. Right here you can see where I screwed it in to the stake. You want to rest your elbow on top of the stake. That way your PVC is flush against the stake. This washer protects the PVC from getting split when you drill it in. Now, the reason why I didn't glue the PVC is so that way I can turn this if needed, and also turn the elbow if needed, because you want this to be flush with the elbow. So we will see if this will keep the cats out. So we'll measure the rest of these out. Easy work. Yeah. The back side's done. We just got that side, and then we can start running the pink string from post to post. Start driving stakes. I gotta measure out the stakes. So got the pink string ran on this side to run our stakes. Jeremy and Kaylee are getting out the old stakes that we put up with the deer netting to protect the silage tarp to keep the chickens and ducks out of that area. You getting it, Kaylee?
No, am I good to step on this?
Just be careful you don't puncture a hole in it. You can use the tip of the shovel up against the stake. There you go. Now, there you go. So we got all the stakes driven in. We got the PVC up. The only problem I think I'm gonna run into is the most important part, the gate. Here's what I got so far, but we're gonna have to come up. I know I'm gonna have to do 2 pieces on the gate going slightly higher. Now for the netting, I know I can have some slack in here for the gate to open and close. But the issue is going to be right here where it opens. I just got to figure that out. So Kaylee and I were ready to put up the netting. That's the DRX netting, 7 foot by 100 foot. We're going to start right here in this section, and then we're going to work that way and go around. Hopefully things will go okay. What do you think?
Hopefully it goes good.
Alright, so Caroline and I, we're going to jump back on the garden fencing. We're way behind on getting our garden planted this year. We finished up our chicken tractor build. You can see that right here if you want to watch that. It's very entertaining. You might learn something. I know I learned a lot. So Caroline, you ready to get this garden fence going?
Yeah.
Pick up where Kaylee and I left off?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Right here, Caroline, is where we left off. We gotta drill a hole here, here, and here. Alright, Caroline, we gotta make sure that the netting doesn't get in the drill bit. Alright, Caroline, now that we switched out drill bits, we should be good now.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no!
What?
Oh crap.
What?
Alright, so our ultimate garden fencing project is finally complete. Now we're about 3 weeks behind on getting seeds in the ground and plants in the ground. So I'm going to show you guys what I came up with to try to keep the cats out of the garden and other garden wreckers. Caroline, you ready to show them?
Yeah.
I used 1/2 inch PVC with 1/2 inch 45-degree elbows. I didn't glue them or use primer. For the door, this and this is one piece, and that 45's up top. I drilled in holes for 3 hooks to pull down the netting and to hook that. Same with over here, same concept. 3 hooks. Now to get into the garden, what we do is we just unlatch those 3 hooks and we unlatch these 3 hooks. Alright. And you just pull the fence. I gotta cut the grass down some here. But notice how the netting doesn't bind up to where you can't open the door. Look at that. Perfect. You can open the door freely, no netting torn. Then I close it. Just push it shut, like so. Pull your netting somewhat tight. That way that stays tight. You do the same. You do the same for over here. Yes, I admit the system is a little tedious and complex, but it's not bad. But the cats would normally climb up top here and just jump right in. But now we got a nice tight netting and at 45s. That 45's right here, so it blocks their access there. And it blocks their access there. We're able to bury, I want to say 6 inches or 8 inches. One of the two. And that's what we did.